whether something is true or
Right.
false, we either
So we are going to see next part. We are going to see about how to create a edit form and editing the
it will
form.
make sense in a second.
Before that, few tips
So
we'll see.
what we
Then
can do
we
is
will move on to
go
the next
the
part.
onSelect property
So we have
and
seen
use
how to
this
create
new
a form and
variable
using the form, how to
functionality
submit
here
the form, how to
that is
save our
called
files.
set.
Now
And then we give
there
it a
are
name,
some
and
few
since
tips
it's a
available. For
global
example,
variable, there is
when I
more
place
to
the
it,
cursor
later in
on
the
this
next section.
description,
But for now, we're just
so I
going
want to
call
give
it
some hinted
GBL
text,
for global.
or I want to give some
And
tooltip
then we are
text.
going
What is a
to
tooltip?
say
What is a hint?
show
Whenever
answer.
you place the cursor, for example, when you open Excel,
And
Word,
separating
PowerPoint,
it
any
by a
software in
comma,
the
we
world,
just say
whenever you place
true
the
or
cursor on it,
false.
it shows some tooltip
Right?
here. This is called
So
as
if I
tooltip.
click
When you
this
place
one,
the cursor, it shows me the
then
tooltip.
this GBL show
This button
answer
is used for
will
cut.
not
And what is the
contain
shortcut
blank,
key for
but it
cutting?
will
And
contain true.
what is the usage of cut?
let's write
This
this
is
one
called
out.
as tooltip.
I will
Like
hold
this,
Alt
I want to
and
give a
click on
tooltip
reveal
for my
answer.
end user. When they place the cursor here, it should
And
give
if
me
I
a tooltip
double-click
for it.
this
It
one
should
now,
give me
you
a
can see
tooltip.
now it's set to
And
true.
it should give me a hint text also.
all
What is
good.
tooltip? What is hint text?
Now,
Both I will explain. I
the
will
thing
select
is
this
that
card.
I also
And
want
you can
to
see once again
reset
this
this
card is, you can see it's locked.
so
So let me remove the lock, go to the
false
advanced,
once
under
we click
advanced,
on another question
unlock
here.
it.
For
There is an
example, if I
option
click
called
on
as
this one
unlock. Click on the unlock.
or this one,
And I scroll
I
down
don't
further.
want
I'm
the
scrolling down
answer
further
to
here.
appear right
Under this,
away.
you can
I
see there will
really
be
just want
two
to click
options
first
under
reveal
this
answer
advanced.
so that
Sorry,
it will
I selected the card and I
And
gone
we can
to
do that
advanced and I
by
unlock it. It
adding
says
the next
unlock. I unlocked
functionality
it.
that we talked
Then
about,
select
and that is the
only
confidence
this
level.
text box. Only
So
the
what we
text
can do
box.
is we can say
Select only the text box
you're
and go
going
to the
to
right
show
hand
now,
side
as soon
on
as,
the advanced.
as soon as GBL show
Scroll
answer
down
is true,
where we can see there is an
confidence
option
level
called
should
as
show up.
hint text. What is that
And
hint text?
now we need to figure out
tooltip
a way
is when
on
you
how
place the
to
cursor, it will show you some
add
tip.
those
Hint text.
confidence levels.
So I'll go to the hint
if I go
text
back
and I
to the
type
exercise
something
screen
here. Maybe
It
click
says
here.
add the functionality
I'm
to
giving
give a
some
confidence
message.
rating of
Click
1
here
to 5.
and in a double quotes,
So
in
we
a
need
double
to have
quotes,
some
give a
kind of
message.
indicator that
Click
shows
here
5
to
buttons
add-
or 5 ways
to
to
add
rate
the
something.
description. Click here to add
And
the description.
For the sake of simplicity,
So I'm giving some
let's
message.
just do
Click
that.
here to add
Let's
the
just
description.
add
Something
5
I'll put
different
3
buttons.
dots, 1, 2, 3.
Right.
That's not mandatory,
let's
just
call
for
the
my
first one here
convenience I'm
1.
doing it. Just to put a double quotes.
And
Open
then
a double quotes, type
let's
the
format
text
this a little
and
bit.
close the
Let's
double
say
quotes.
you are going to have
So now what will happen is you
border
can see
radius
it shows a
of
message here.
100,
Click here
so
to
that
add
you
the
are completely
description.
round.
It's giving a message.
And in order
Click
for
here
this
to
button
add
to
the
be completely
description.
round, the width and
What is the
height need to
advantage
be
and what is the
the
purposes?
same value.
When I run
So
the
as for the height property,
form
I can
here,
say
application. When I
you're
run the
going to
application,
be
you can see it shows here
self.width.
message. Click here
So
to add
now
description.
it's just a
If you click,
giant
you can just type and you can
circle.
add it. So it's
So I'm
useful
going to
for the end
resize
user.
this one to maybe
So what has
something
to be
like
done here? They don't
40.
know what has to be done. So I have given a hint text.
And now there
When I
have my
place the
first
cursor
button.
here, it shows the
Now
hint
before I
text
go ahead
and
and
click
copy
here
this
to
one
add
and
the
just
description.
replace
Just
the
click
number inside
and
of
they
it,
can add the
let me add the
description here.
functionality here as well.
Hint text.
And
This
the
is called as
functionality
hint text.
is, first
Same
of
thing
all,
I added for the category
here
also.
on the onSelect property, we need to
First to
as soon
select
as
this,
one of these
first to
buttons
select
are
the
being
entire
clicked,
data card. I repeat it, select the entire
set the
data card
GBL
first,
show answer
entire data
to
card
false.
first. Go to
So
advanced
what we
and
can do is we can
remove
just
the
copy
lock.
this one,
Then select the
back to
particular
our
text box.
button here,
Scroll down. And then
paste it
scroll
in,
down. You can see there
and
is an
just
option
say
called as hint
false.
text. On the
So
hint
you can
text,
see
just
that
type
as
it whatever you
right
want.
now,
So
if
the
I
hint text will be literally
double-click this
displayed
one,
on the
it's
text
blank
box.
because we just
And
manipulated
when
it
I
in
scroll
one way,
down, there
but
is
if I
one
click
more
on
option
reveal
called as
answer,
tooltip text. Tooltip text. Tooltip is when you
double-click
place
it
the
again,
cursor
it's true,
over.
and if I click on this
So when you
button
place
now,
the cursor over here, every time whenever I
double-click it,
place the cursor
now
on
it's
something,
false.
it's giving some message. That is called
so
as
that will
tooltip.
give us the
So let me go to the
indicator or the
tooltip
trigger on whether the answer
and
or the reveal
I
answer
can give some
button are
tooltip.
being shown.
Tooltip. Under
what I can
tooltip, you
do
can say
is I can
parent
say
display name. I
this
delete
label
this
and
and I
this
type the
label,
tooltip here.
The visible
Add
property here
description. Some simple tooltip.
is
Add
going to be the same
description.
as GBL show answer, right? Right now
You should
it's
have
false,
unlocked it.
so therefore
I told you to unlock
visible
it.
is set to false.
First you have to
But
go to
as
advanced,
soon
you
as I
should have
click on
unlocked
reveal
it. Then do
answer,
this.
This variable
add
here is
description.
true, therefore showing the answer. Now, the complete opposite we would need to do for the reveal answer button. Meaning,
So what
we
is
need to
this
click on
difference
this
between
button,
hint text
again,
and
also
this
on the visible
tooltip text
property,
is when
and
I run
replace it with the variable.
forms.
So right now, again,
hint text is literally
GPL
displayed
show
here.
answer
Tooltip text is when you place the cursor
and the
over.
button is being shown.
When you place the
We
cursor
need to
over
have
that,
the
when you
complete
place the
opposite,
cursor on this, and you
the
can see when you
opposite
place the cursor on the
is
box,
just
it
an
says add
exclamation mark
description.
here in front
This
of
is
it.
tooltip text.
It will
Entry text is literally displays on the text box.
So therefore, the button
Tooltip text is when you place the cursor over, it will show you the text. That is called as
shown instead
tooltip text.
Is this one over here, or it needs to be. So also this one here needs to have
a container is just for unlocking. Card only you have to type your things.
And now we can play it through.
The container is holding both this one as well as
the answer disappears.
This whole put together we have it in a container.
Answer appears. If I click this one again, it will switch. So this works.
Correct.
So all I need to do is now
this is for this one. You can see card
times.
Data card value 3.
4, 5.
Not the entire. This one is says card, but it's a container. Basically,
align,
we call it as container.
And
says
I can
data
say
card.
align a middle so that everything is
containers mixture of two things. This text box and
y-axis.
Both.
And now I just need to rename the text here to 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And then maybe also what I can do is I can duplicate this label, paste it in, drag it all the way down and say maybe text alignment is centered. And maybe call it confidence level, like so. Or maybe let's call it, how well did you know this?
But for example, for this you can
not at all. 5.
For that you can give 2.
I knew everything about it. And then maybe let's push this one on a new line here so that it's easier to read, like so. Now I can also say auto height, and maybe let's make this a little bit wider. Like so. And then here maybe we say equal to, yeah, something like this. Okay. And now one thing that might be a little bit difficult is that we don't know how long this text for the question is. It might be that it's a very, very long question. And if it is, then the answer would be on top of that question. So we would need to make sure that the answer is always right below this label here. And we can do that by copying this label, go to the answer and to the y-axis, and just say whatever this label is, the y-axis, we want the y-axis plus the height of it. And then maybe we say plus 20 pixels more. And then we can do the same for the answer here. But instead of using the label 1, we can now take label 3, 1, 3, go to this one over here and say y-axis, you're going to be y plus height. And here
so I recommend we have to increase our pace a little bit. Still more things are pending. We have to see about edit. These are all the forms. It's automatically created.
And again, if
how to create our own form, how to patch that form, how to make a navigation screen, how to bring the Power BI report in Power App. These are all the topics still pending. So assume this add entry form is over. Assume this entry form is automatic form is over. Manual form will create it in another few minutes. We'll see that. Before that, I want to edit a form. For example, this form is ready. Assume I added some 3 or 4 records. Now I want to edit this. I want to edit this form. For example, unknowingly I have selected a different department. Unknowingly I selected the different description. When I in the source data, we have entered some data here and we have saved this data here. I want to edit this data. This data has to be edited here. Instead of some description, I want to give some meaningful description. And instead of this department, I want to give some other department. I want to edit this. I want to edit a form.
So the syntax.
So let us
like
create
this.
how to edit a form. This is for adding the form.
You
can add the form. Next is editing the form.
You can,
so let us create a new screen. Assume the screen is over. As the screen is over, maybe you can give some meaningful name for the screen also. We can give some meaningful name for the screen. This is screen 1. This is about
and then
SCR. The screen is for entry.
But the thing is, we don't want
to just to put an entry here. This is just for entering here. SCR entry. So I have given some meaningful name.
And we can also do that by clicking
I have given some name. Let me collapse this time being. I'm collapsing this. How can I collapse this? There is an arrow mark. Just click on that collapse. Now we are going to add one more screen here. So we are going to add another screen. Maybe another form here where we are going to make a edit.
To do now
it's not for creating, now it's for editing a form.
I don't want to manipulate the
So let us go to the new screen on the right hand side. New screen should be visible. If the new screen is not visible, that means you should have selected some forms. You should have selected some forms, then the new screen may not be visible. Still, it's not visible means your resolution is very small. In that case, you have to go to the 3 dot. Under 3 dot, you can see there will be a new form. Based on your screen resolution and screen size. If it is straight away available, if screen size is bigger, it's available. Resolution is good, it is available. If the resolution is not good, then you have to go to 3 dot. Under 3 dot, you can go to new screen. Okay, so let me go to the new screen.
That is because
so blank screen. I'll start with the blank screen itself. Let me start with the blank screen.
So it will be recognized.
Now what are we going to do is, so we are going to create something here, collection of data, and we are going to put a form here. So here I want to display all the record ID and description. When I select the record ID, it should display all the record IDs here. And when I modify the record ID and something, I am modifying something and click on this update button, it has to be updated. That's what we are going to do now. First, we are going to create one collection here. Then we are going to create a form. So based on the selection, it should display the values. And I can edit it and click on update. It has to be updated in my source data. So let us do one by one.
Is smart enough to
so let me go to insert. I hope everyone has inserted a new screen.
Convert it to a number.
So this screen is screen 1. Once again, I'll give some meaningful name. The screen is for editing.
Go ahead and let's say
SCR. This is for editing or updating. So let us say edit screen.
Then right now the answer is Paris. It's already revealed, but if I click on, let's say 5,
insert,
because 5 is I knew
under
everything
insert,
about it, and of course
there are some galleries. You can see there are some galleries.
Then I click on
vertical. By default, there is a vertical gallery.
Any error message, which is a good
if you are not able to see this vertical gallery, it should be there. It should be there. If you are not able to see it, you can go to the search box and you can just type GAL gallery. Not on the data source. You have to click on the insert.
So that's great.
And then same data source. I'm going to use the same data source. It's already connected. We have to bring it here. So go to insert. Under insert, we have to go to this gallery. It's available here. Or you can go to the search box and type GIL. Vertical gallery, horizontal gallery, flexible height, blank vertical gallery, blank horizontal gallery, anything. Let me start with this vertical gallery. So I click on this vertical gallery here.
And
so once again, it's asking for the source. Automatically, it's asking for the source. You can see there is a picture and there is a title and subtitle. We'll modify that. So we can add the picture also. Probably we'll see how to add the picture in the next session. And which is your table. I think our table and our link is already there. Your link is already available here. OneDrive is there. And you can expand your table also should be there. If a table is available, you can select it, or you can select this link, register. That's a OneDrive link. I'm going to use the same data source here. I'm going to use the same data source. I selected that OneDrive, same OneDrive link. I selected the same OneDrive link.
And add possibility to
so you can see all the names are displayed here. It displays here. These are all the things which we have entered here. So these are all the things which we have entered on our source. On our source, these are all the things which I have entered.
Let's call this
one. So it's displayed on your gallery, but I don't like this to be displayed. I want to change it. I want to change it. I want first record ID and I want the description here. I don't want this I think it's displaying the description and displaying the department names. And I don't like this picture here. I want only the title and subtitle here. I don't want the picture.
Then
so select the gallery,
we can take this
and right hand side, go to the properties,
and here on
under the properties you can see that layout. First let us go to the layout.
So that's not a good practice.
Select the gallery, go to the layout. Under layout you can see there is a drop down available here.
All of those
so click on the drop down. There is several options: title, subtitle, title and subtitle and body, title and title. Even you can add your own boxes also. Probably we'll see that later. So I'm saying title and the subtitle. So I say title and the subtitle. I don't want the picture. I want only the title and subtitle.
And then as for the gallery here, we have the items property. And we can surround
so I selected the layout,
a search functionality.
And I gone to the layout, or you can click here and you can change your layout also here. There's two ways.
The source.
Go to the properties, change the layout here, or go to the layout here and change the layout, whichever the layout you want.
Text.
And so I selected the layout, and I go to the fields. Under fields,
search for the question.
So which I want it as first is I want to bring the.
Right, so let's try this one out. So let's search for Paris, not Paris, capital. And you can see that only the word capital now will appear, or the entries with the word
record
capital
ID
appear.
It says into 002.
If I say what, then only the
ones record ID should come first.
What in the question
subtitle should not be record ID.
All good.
Title should be the record ID.
Probably realized is if I go back to the
and subtitle, I want
gallery,
the department or description.
I click on it, you can see this curly blue line. And again, we talked about
this. So I clicked on the field
delegation.
and I selected this record ID and I selected the description. So that it displays the record ID and the description on this gallery. You can see the record ID. And this description is displayed. I didn't give a meaningful records. That's why it's displaying some
flashcards and the quiz.
Randomized records. So I should have given some meaningful
more than 500 flashcards in our app ever.
So it shows the record ID. It shows the description. Let me reduce the size of this gallery. So we have inserted a gallery. In this gallery, we have displayed the record ID. We have displayed the name. Now the next what we are going to do is once again we are going to create a form.
And I think that is definitely
so when I select a particular ID here, it should display what is the ID name, what is the description, what is the category, and what is the department name. So all the other 5 things to be displayed based on the selection of this. If I select 2, it should display the entire record of this. If I select 3, it should display the entire record of this. Okay. So let me place the cursor on some empty area. First we have inserted a gallery. In the gallery we have selected the same data source. After changing the same data source, I changed the layout. After changing the layout, I have added the fields here. What are all the fields you wanted? Even you can add some extra field. Is it required? I can add one more. Suppose I want the department here. Yes, we can add the department also. We'll see that. We'll see how to add one more field. Now place the cursor on some empty area. And then, go to the insert button again. Go to the insert button again. And go to the edit form again. Go to the edit form.
This is great.
So once again it's asked for the data source.
If not,
let me select the same data source. Register
is
my same data source. I'm selecting the same data source. I'll move this form furthermore on the right hand side somewhere else here.
Welcome back, everyone.
Do the other things, title and your logo. I think I don't want to explore. I don't want to take time on that. I think you can do that. Select this.
First of all, what is a variable?
So edit form, and I selected the same data source. You know how to add the fields. Click on the fields.
Like a box,
add fields.
Put something in it.
And what are all the fields you want? I want the category. I want the department. I want the description. I want the record ID. I want the report date.
We use variables
all the fields I wanted.
Manage data.
Add it.
To create the variable, we first need to declare it. And declaring a variable
is this like what we did in the morning itself. Same thing I am doing it again.
Easily find and use it later. When declaring a variable, you can also assign an initial value to it.
You can take a copy and you can paste it. Only I want to redo it again to have more practice.
Here's a sneak peek on how we would do it inside of Power Apps. Once we've declared a variable, we can assign new values to it. This is like
click on the
taking
fields,
out the contents
add
of the
whatever
box
the
and
fields you want,
replacing them with something else.
and replace it wherever you want it. First I want the record ID,
of variables to store and
then I want the
manipulate
description,
data as
then
our
I want the
program runs.
category, then I want the department, then
There
I
are
want the
different types
report
of
date,
variables,
which order
each
you want
designed
it.
to hold a specific kind of information. Some common types include numbers, text, also called strings, true-false values, also called booleans, records, and tables. When we declare a variable in Power Apps, we don't need to say what type it is. Power Apps is doing this for us. For example, if we write the text inside of a variable, Power Apps will know it's of type
we have added a gallery, and we have added a
variables can
forms.
be used in expressions. Just like
So forms which we know already, same like I have added a forms,
to perform
and other things, maybe the tooltip, hint tip, just now we have seen enable, disable it, that all the part we can try. Before that, based on whatever I select, your data source should change automatically here. Your data source should change automatically here. Select this,
in Power
select
Apps,
this.
We have two types of variables.
Select
Global
this forms
and context
and go to this. On the right hand side,
First,
you can see the
let's
data
talk
source
about
is
global
available.
variables.
Under this
Global
data
variables
source,
are accessible
if possible, you can go to the item.
You can
So
use
click on
them
that
across
item.
multiple screens and components.
So click on that item,
This is
go to the
helpful
data
when you need
source,
to
click
store
on the
information
item,
that's
and
relevant
come to
the
this
entire
area.
app, like user
And I think
settings
I didn't give a
data.
name for this form. I didn't give the name for the
To
gallery
create a
also.
global variable in
So you can
Power
see the
Apps,
form
we use
name
the
and
set
gallery name is
function.
displayed here.
The set
The
function
gallery
takes
name is
two
gallery 1,
arguments,
form name is
name
form
of the
1. So
variable
this is the gallery.
and the
The gallery
value you
name
want
is
to store in
gallery
it.
here, gallery 1. And the form
For
name is
example,
form 1. If
if
you want, you
to
can rename
create
it.
a
Try to
global
have some
variable
meaningful
called
name.
username and
That's a
store
good
the data
practice to
John
have the
Doe in it,
meaningful
you
name.
would write set username
So let us
John
select
Doe,
this
just like
forms
in the screen.
and go here, make it as item.
Now let's
And
discuss
here,
context
just to
variables.
type the gallery
Unlike
name.
global
What is the gallery name?
context
The gallery
variables
name
are
is
only
gallery
accessible
1.
within the
That's the
screen
name
or
I have
components
selected.
they are created in.
Gallery 1
This means that
dot
they are local to a specific
selected.
part of your app. Context
Gallery
variables
1
are
dot
useful
selected.
when you need to store
That's it.
temporary
Very
information like input
Gallery
from a
1
user on
dot
a
selected.
specific
So
screen
whatever you
or the
selected on the
current state
gallery,
of a
that will
control.
be displayed in this form. You can
To
see
create a
automatically
context
displays the
variable
first
in Power
record.
Apps,
Record
we
1
use the
description, the
update
category and the
context
department
function.
name and the date.
The update
Let me try
context
whether it's
function
working
takes
fine
one
or not.
argument,
Let
a
me
record
try this.
containing the variable name
So I
and
run
the
the
value
form.
you want to store in it.
Before that,
For
better
example,
to
if you
save
want
this
to create
form.
a
I'm just
context
giving a
variable
save
called
here.
screen title and store
So I'm
the
saving
text
the form.
welcome in it,
Now I
you would
run the
write
form.
update context
Yes,
screen
I selected
title,
1.
welcome.
It displays the record ID
Also
1
just like
and
in the
description
screen
is
here.
this and category is this. I selected record 2.
In summary,
Yes, you
global
can see it
variables
changes
and
here.
context
2.
variables in Power
Record
Apps
2.
serve
What is the
different
description?
purposes.
What is the category? What is
Global
the
variables are
department here?
accessible
Record
throughout the
3.
entire app and are ideal
Record
for
4.
storing
So
information
based on
that
your
needs to be
selection,
shared across
it's
screens or
automatically
components.
changing
While
here.
context variables
That's
are
very
local
simple.
to a specific screen
Olden
or
days we had
component
written several coding
and
for
are
it.
useful for storing temporary data
Now it's very
or
simple.
the state of
I
controls.
repeat the process again.
Remember to use the set function for global
Select
variables and
this
the update
forms.
context function for context variables.
Go to items. Select the
In the next
forms.
video,
Under
we're going to
forms,
create
go to
our
the
first
items.
variables and
Under
check out
items,
how
you
to
should
use
have
them.
typed this.
So
The
stay
gallery
tuned
name
and see you in
dot
a minute.
selected. Whatever you have selected in that form. Whatever the things you have selected on the gallery, that should be available here. Whichever
Welcome
you
back,
select, just to
everyone.
click it, that automatically
In
displays.
this video, we're going
Very
to
simple.
talk about variables.
Gallery dot
And for that, I
selected.
opened the
As I
app
told,
that
very
is
low
called
code.
My First App. And remember,
In early
when
days, we had
want
write
to
a very
click
big
on
coding
new
for
employee,
this.
this form here should be empty. Right now, it's
So we have to
still
search for it.
pre-selected
We have to
to
search
whatever has
wherever
been
the record
selected
ID is
in
available
the gallery
and
here.
bring the description and display it in this description
But
box. Category,
we're
bring
going
the
to change
category and display it in the category box,
And
which is
we
not
do that
required.
by going to the
Just to say the
button New
gallery name
Employee,
dot
and then
select.
select this on select property over here.
Now it has to be saved.
Now what we do
It has
is
to be saved.
we set
So suppose I select the
variable, and
2
we can
here
do
and
do
I'm
that
selecting
by
2
using a
and I
global
don't want, I
variable
want to
like
give a
so.
meaningful name for my description and I want to give some meaningful category name
it
here. So I want to give
employee.
some meaningful name and a meaningful thing here.
And
And
then,
once again,
since it's a
department
new
name,
form,
it should
we
not be a
can
text
leverage
box,
a
it should
function
be
that
a
is called blank.
drop down
Blank
box.
is
Here it has to be a
nothing
drop
else
down
than
box,
a
not a
null
text
value.
box. Bring it
So,
as a drop down
it's
box,
kind
which
of
we did in the
similar
last session.
to
Same
this
thing
one.
you can do. We'll try that.
But this
Before
one,
that, let us see about
it's an empty
editing.
string,
How to
right? So
save
it
this.
doesn't
How to save
include
this.
anything. But the difference here is we already define it as a string.
Everything.
So then this variable here,
I've inserted a gallery first and displayed every value and inserted the form also.
Of data type text.
After inserting, you got the fields here.
Using blank,
then select the form.
It's of data type null.
On the right hand side, it should be an items
in our case, this
if not item, select it as item.
Because this,
then select the gallery name. What is the name of that gallery? Which name you have given? I didn't give you any name. Here. I have it as same name. Gallery dot selected.
To the
That's
property all. On select.
You have to just type gallery dot selected.
And then we say set GBL employee this item. Remember, this item.
I want to fetch the record from that gallery. Gallery which is selected.
First name.
Even combo box also will be dot selected
so
dot.
It includes everything.
From the control, you want to fetch something, you have to use the dot
click on this one.
Formula function use பண்ணும்போது you will use a brackets.
And if you
double click on the GBL employee, from a control we want to get something. Control name dot.
That just means that
not only in Power Up, all the software in the world.
Data. And we can see that right now. I clicked on this one, so it's exactly the one that we selected.
Gallery name correct ஆகுதுங்களா?
I have all the information.
Check your gallery name is correct.
And this little information I could now take and use in our form. But before I do that, let me just show you the things that we just created. So if I just, for the test, insert the test label, and I can just say GBL employee dot, and I can leverage, for example, the first name. And you can see that it's just showing whatever property is behind this global variable. Right. So knowing this, getting rid of this again, knowing this, what we need to do here in the default value, we're not going to use the gallery dot selected anymore, but instead just GBL employee. And you can see that we are getting the same results. So let's just replace all of the gallery values over here. This one not. This one would be okay. So we forgot to set this one actually before. So right now it's showing the today's date. What it should have shown is the one that we selected from the gallery. But let's fix that with the variable here. Birthday. All right. And then the drop down here, we're going to use the default here.
Okay.
Not setting it to 1.
You know what is the fields we are going to bring here? Already we know it. We did it in the last session. Same thing I am going to bring it here. Insert.
All right. So let's try
button.
Again. Let's say we select
insert
here.
button. Let me click on that insert button.
Yeah, you can see everything.
And I bring the button here. So I'll bring the button here.
Yes.
And as usual, I'll give some name for this. Rename it. Try to have some meaningful name. Or I'll go to the text box here and I'll type this button is for update. Just to click on this update. So when I click on this update button, it has to be updated. So I've given some name called as update. So text box name is update.
If I click this one now,
button name is update.
You can see it has
select this update
except the department,
and once again go to the on select.
It needs one
it
value.
Says false. So remove that.
You can see that. Let's click
same
over
thing
here.
Submit form.
There is no
same submit form
here.
Submit form.
So it needs to just,
open bracket.
The first value.
What is that form name? I think I didn't give you any form name, so it's maintaining the default form name. So form
this is how
1.
You can
form
use
1.
variables
close bracket
to create something.
Submit
like
form. Form
of course,
1.
Instead of a global
so
variable,
submit
I could have
form,
used the context
form 1.
variable since it's everything on one screen.
Alt enter.
But oftentimes in apps,
accept it.
You'd want to
let us try whether it's working or not.
You're planning, or
so I'll try whether it's working or not. Let me add some meaningful description and I'll check.
So that's why these kind of
I'll select production department. I will add some meaningful category or description. Some meaningful. So let us run the form. And I select something here. I select something, it's changing, quality department.
Now,
and I don't want this category, I want to give some other category name here. So let us give some meaningful name.
Quickly by creating a new button here.
Something scratch observed on the painted door panel. So I'm giving some meaningful name here.
Let's insert that new button.
I have given some meaningful name.
For the sake of this demo,
description also.
Context variables. And I
for the record too. So quality
like
department.
Local. I could also do
I click on update.
Value 1.
It's updating.
And then they are syntax-wise
yes,
a little
you can see it's updated. You can see it's available here.
To use a colon.
But I have typed it's available. Can I go back? I will go back to the record number 3. And I'll come back to this record number 2. So you can see it means it's updated. It's updated.
And I'll just take this value.
I didn't use any patch.
And add this variable
to this label. Let me go to the source and I check whether it's working fine. I'll open the source file and I'll check that.
Number is not surrounded.
Let me open that source Excel file.
By a string. Because as soon as
yes,
I do that,
you can see for the record number 2,
you can already see
I get scratch as the department is quality and the scratch.
You can see that it's
whatever the text I have typed, it's updated here.
But as I said,
very simple. I have added a text. Command button.
So
same submit form. I have given the same submit form.
If I were to
nothing new. I have given a same submit form here.
Say 50 or sorry. 50.
I clicked on the submit form. I selected submit form. This form name. What is the name of it? That's it. It's very simple.
The number in that text as an actual number, even though the variable is a text variable. But if I were to do something like this, you can see that the error message says the value S380 cannot be converted to a number. So that is why it's important to know whether you are dealing with a number variable or a string variable, or another type would be the Boolean variable. So you would use something like this. Hold on. Okay. Like this. And a Boolean is, as you might know, either true or false. There is no other value. Right. So if I would do this now, and I would just take this one and maybe put the text label over here. Yeah, you can see that it's returning true. And the data type is also Boolean. But I can also do, of course, text, as we just saw before. And I'll do that by just this one, text. And then I would just say something like, the weather is nice today. Execute that. Let's copy the text and paste it in. So you can see that the text is being shown here. But now, if I would say the weather
I'll copy it from the screen and paste it. I'll take a copy of the screen.
Let's do something like 30 degrees Celsius, right? So in this case, since it's a number value, we cannot say degrees Celsius. We just could leave the number, but we could use degrees Celsius in our text. So what we could do is, the weather is nice today. Instead of this, we just say the weather is around text variable value 1
but if I search for a
degrees Celsius, right? And you can see that this one is not being evaluated. And that is because it's all in a string. So we could do something like this. End the string here, connect it with an ampersand, connect after the variable again another ampersand, start with a string, and then it would have a result of this. right? So this would work. But it's if you have a lot of those variables in a string, it is quite complicated to always use the ampersand. So there is another way to do that, and that is by using string interpolation. And you can do that by setting a $sign before the actual string. And then whenever you would like to use a variable or a formula, can also be a formula, of course, you would use curly brackets. Get rid of the other stuff that we had before. All right, so if I do that now, you would see that the result is exactly the same. That's just another way, easier way of working with formulas or variables inside a string. All right, so in the next video, I'm going to show you more about collections. Welcome to this video on collections in Power Apps. In this session, we will learn about what collections are, how to create them, modify them, and display them in your app. Collections are a powerful tool in Power Apps, allowing you to store and manage data in a flexible way. Collections are a temporary data storage mechanism in Power Apps. They can store multiple records with a flexible structure, allowing you to add, remove, or modify data as needed. Collections are useful when working with data that doesn't need to be saved permanently or when you need to manipulate data before saving it to the data source. To create the collection in Power Apps, we use the collect function. The collect function takes two arguments, the name of the collection and the items you want to add. For example, if you want to create a collection called tasks and add an item with the title task 1 and a status not started, you would write what you see in the screen here. There are several functions you can use to modify collections in Power Apps. To add columns to a collection, you can use the add columns function, which will take three arguments: the source, the name of the column to be added, the expression that the column will contain. To remove items from a collection, you can use the remove function that will take two arguments: the source and the record to be removed. In this case, I'll just take whatever is the first record in that collection. And to update items within a collection, you can use the update or update if function. The update function will require three arguments: the source, the record to be updated, and the new values. Here again, I took the first record from that collection and the actual new values you want to update the old one with. These functions give you full control over the structure and content of your collections.
Okay. We'll see one more small thing.
You can use the various
For example, here, instead of, in the gallery, I may have thousands of items. Assume that I have thousands of items in this gallery. So I cannot go to every item, I cannot scroll down and I can select it. For example, in this gallery, I want to filter only the quality department, or I want to filter only the particular, I know the record ID, or I know the category name, I know the department name. Suppose if I select quality, only the quality department concerned should be displayed here. You can put it in a drop down, you can put it in a text box also. That's your wish. So let me do this. We'll add one text box, or you can add a combo box. Let me, as of now, I'll go with the text box. I'll put a text box here. So whatever the things I'm going to type in the text box. Suppose I'm going to type quality. So what are all the options contained in the quality? What are all the records for quality? That only should be displayed here. Other things should not be displayed.
This will come in time.
So thousands and lakhs of rows will be available. I want only the particular data to be displayed. So let me insert a text box. So let me insert a small text box.
What connections are now.
Go to insert.
Let's take a look on.
And maybe this input button. Don't go to the text label. Label is just a label. It's not a box. So let us go to the input, and we can say text input. So I click on text input, and I'll go to this text input. I place the text input somewhere else here. let it be text input, or you can give some other name, some other meaningful name also. That's your wish.
That's about it.
But one thing I'm going to give here is,
over here.
I scroll down. I want to give this, not the tooltip, hint tip. So let me select the text box, and I'll go to this text box properties, and I go to the advanced. Under advanced, this hint text. Maybe I'll say something here. Search.
Okay, and we name this one
department name.
Variables, and
so here they are going to search the department name.
Collections. Okay. Don't be me. Always rename your controls appropriately.
And I delete that. What do you call that? Text input default text input. I delete this.
All right. Good. Let's start. So
it's giving a message that search department name. So you have to search the department name. I type quality, it should display only the quality department here.
And then go to the onSelect property.
So I inserted a text box, that is text input.
You can start
advanced
by saying
advanced
clear,
hint text.
collect.
We have typed something in the hint text.
Basically doing
display text. I don't want anything to be displayed by default. I removed that. I removed that. Nothing to be displayed on this text box.
But before you collect, you also clear it out. So in case it had any other values inside of it, clear them out and then collect.
Now,
it's the same thing as if you would use clear. That's another function.
Not tooltip,
the
hint
collection
tip.
name. And then
correct. Otherwise, the default will be displayed.
We're getting to that in a minute. So for the start,
otherwise by default you will get only the default value.
Then we can type in a name.
Remove this default value. There will be a default value in the display. There will be a default value. Please delete that.
I always usually go for.
There is something called as text box 1 or text input 1. That has to be removed. That has to be deleted.
An event.
Then you will get that hint
our
tip.
Employees can order their lunch. So we will say.
Click when you click this.
Separating it with a comma. And then we
the
can
text box will be if they click
and
but the text box in the display search scratch into the display.
So
I have to delete it again.
Like so,
backspace photo, I have to delete it again. But here when you click this, that automatically goes up.
That's
the advantage of hint text. Otherwise, and the text box 1.
Collection.
Text input 1 அப்படின்றது text வரும். நீங்க சேவ் பண்ண முடியனா this will be saved. அதெல்லாம் problem. அதனால I'm giving a hint.
We would like to have the employee.
Sir, when you run the app, if you click this, it says search name. Click here and you can search the name. I didn't do no. This coding no panna sir. This part we didn't do it.
Like so. And then what we also can say is.
Okay.
Fabian has ordered.
Now select this.
Let's say order.
Gallery.
Hamburger.
Select this gallery. On this gallery.
Okay.
On this gallery, you can see it says once again on the drop down. You can see several options are available there. It should be items. It should be items. If the item is selected, fine. If it is not selected, select the items. So what is the item I want to display here? What is the item has to be displayed? I want to display all the items wherever the department, whatever the department you are going to type here. I will type some department name, anything, quality or any department. It should fetch only the records for the department. So whatever the department I type here. I think for example, I think 2 or 3 is my quality department, or you can add further more records and you can check it also. Before that, let me give a small coding here. Select this gallery and go to this items. Under items, you can go to the right hand side. For time being, I'm expanding that box. Now, and delete this register. That's my table name. I delete this.
Before it collects those
I delete this. Then we'll say something called as filter. 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 Open bracket, filter, open bracket. What is the table name? My table name is register. That's my table name. Comma. comma.
The result is exactly
what is the column name? First is the table name. What is the column name? Department is the column name.
Now sometimes
is equal
you
to
probably
what?
would like to not
It should be
manually
equal
add the
to
values in here,
whatever I'm
but you
typing
get
in
them
the
from a
text
data
input.
source.
Or you can say, instead of equal to, there is an option called as starts with,
So
ends with, begins with. So as of now, let us try this. As of now, let us try this. Department is equal to what? So whatever you are going to enter in this text box. Or manually, if you want to do, you can do it also. For example, manually, I can put a double quotes. Assume that I want only the finance department here. I can say finance here.
Let's use
you have to type the course if it is a text.
Select. And then rename this one to finance.
That's okay. Maybe you would have given some space or something. If it is coming in a single quote also, okay. If it is not coming in a single quote, no.
Only in all employees.
So this double quotes I have to give, or else the double quotes you can type finance. As I told, I will. What is the department available there in my data?
All the data that are currently in the SharePoint.
Quality is available, so I'll select quality and I say close bracket.
All the employees
so only you can notice here. I will come out of this. Only the quality department data is displayed here. Only the quality. I think the quality department is only this two. Two is the record which belongs to the quality department. I have hard coded it. But I don't want to hard code it. Whatever I'm typing here. Whatever I'm typing here, that should come over. Whatever I type here. So select this box and don't put it as a quality instead of that quality department. What is this text box name? You can see the text box name is text input 1. That's a box name. That's a box name. Text input 1.
If this is the only way
delete it and say text input.
So you can also go to I believe it is here now, new
dot
on the 3 dots, and then click
text.
on collections.
If it is a combo box, it's a value because list of value we are going to select, but it's a text box, so we have to just put the text input dot text.
Before, where you could see all the
so whatever the text you are typing in the department name, it has to filter that department name here.
Values. So it does never show
so filter, open bracket, register is the table name, comma, and field name, the field name is department, is equal to the text box name. What is the name you have given it for this text box?
Tables
That's it.
Objects, one of your columns, I mean, then you can click into them.
So let's say if let me try this one.
Click into the editor object.
And I'll go to the next. Right now, if you are finding this is very difficult, there is an option available where we can see format text. Format text, it will align it properly. You can get it in 2 lines. Format text, filter, then register. It will separate automatically in a different columns. It will separate automatically in the different columns.
Let's get back to
you can put it in the different columns here.
Lunch event.
Now let me try this first.
So
remove the formatting means it comes in a single line, or you can say there is an option called as format text. You can just put a format text,
the different types
format text
menus,
so that it will be aligned like this. Filter, next line is table name, next line. So if you are writing a very big coding, it's useful when you make it as a format. It's available here. When you expand it, you can see on the right hand side, expand it.
Let's just
here
use it.
Yeah, no, it is not hidden. You have to place the cursor on this. It's not hidden. Have you entered some text there? Have you entered some formulas there first? Then it should be there. Then it should be there. Format text.
In this call meals collection,
I'll come.
You don't want to have
you still any error means it will not appear. Let me try this first. It's working or not. I'll run the code here.
Of course.
So let me go to this. Nothing is displayed here. So let me type quality.
Then we would need to do it exactly as we
only the quality department details are displayed. I remove this. Let us say
in this case meal.
Finance.
We don't need to use
only the finance records are displayed.
So what we could do instead is just say
okay. Make it as upper. No, it's sensitivity. You cannot remove that. Or do one more thing is
pizza and so on. And if you would execute this one now, you would see that the call meals column, a collection,
So make both as
column
upper of your department, and input text is also upper. Make both as uppercase.
This one we could now
so even though it's in the lower case, it will turn into uppercase.
As a data set.
So you can see there is a function called as upper.
Of course, if you would like
upper
to
open bracket the text, both department also to be in upper, text box also into upper. So upper will be checked with upper.
Had before, and add in the picture for the meals, the description perhaps, ingredients, whatever you like.
Sorry.
But now,
so whatever the
this one we don't need
things
anymore,
you are typed here, based on that you can see your department name will get changed. Just type your department name.
We would like to change this icon here to add. And in the tooltip, we would just add to selection. All right. And then on the right side here, I would like to add another collection. So let's just copy and paste this one in here. And then we can say this one is the orders table, the one we created over here. And if you remember, in the orders table, we have a column for order and we have a column for employee. So what we can now do is we could take this plus icon, which is using the select parent function. Select parent is nothing else than, if you would go to the preview over here, and selecting the parent of the one that we currently have selected. So in this case, the next arrow one is selected, and the parent of next arrow one is the gallery. The gallery is basically then the item that we are currently using. So in this case, select parent would be selecting the onSelect property over here. But that's why we can just add our logic into this onSelect property. And all we need to do now is we just need to say collect, call orders, and then say, oops, make this a little bit bigger. So let's just say employee, and that's always me now. We'll change that in a bit. And the order is this item dot value. We currently have an issue that is probably due to comma that is missing here. Yes, right. Okay, so if we now go back to our app and then just click on this plus next to the salad, you should see that our collection here on the right will fill up. Now, on the other side here, we can use this trash icon to remove a value from this collection. And in order to do that, we can use a function that is called remove. And right now, we are also on this next arrow 1, 1, which is our trash can, and it's also selecting the parent. So again, here we can say either when the onSelect property is being executed, then let's delete it. But maybe this is not what we want. And that's the reason is because let's just do this, okay? And then I will show you why. So the function to remove it is remove. Then we need to define which collection. In our case, the collection is all orders. And then which item. And so it's this item, the one we currently selected. So if we would have the function over here in the onSelect property of the gallery, you would see that as soon as I click on, for example, my name, not even the trash can, it will disappear. Right? So we don't want that here. But what we want instead is to take this trash can and instead of select parent, use this functionality. So if we would click on my name now, nothing will change, nothing happens. But if I click on the trash can, it will then remove it. But that's exactly what we want. Now, what if I don't want to delete the record, but I would like to just change it instead? In that case, we can use the patch functionality again together with the collection. In order to do that, we just click on Insert and then search for drop down. Then make sure that it's inside that gallery. So in the tree view, it would be below that gallery over here. And let's just take this chance and rename this gallery to Gallery Orders. And then this one to Gallery Meals. And then this drop down, let's rename this one to Drop Selected Meal. Okay. So what we can do now here is, as for the items property, we can use the same collection as we have here on the left-hand side, which is called Call Meals. And you can see that this drop-down now includes the same values as over here. Now, the only thing we would need to do is, whenever a selection changes on this drop-down, we would need to update the current item that we currently are or have selected. And to do that, we are going to use the onChange property from the drop-down menu. Right now it's set to false, but instead we can use the patch functionality, and now we would need to type in the name of the collection. In this case it's again all orders. Then we need to type in the record, which needs to be updated, and the record would be either the first one or the second one in our case, but of course if there are more, then could be also other ones as well. But the easiest way to select the current one, the currently selected one, by using this item again. Then it's just a matter of fields that need to be updated. And in this case, the field to be updated would be the, what was it, the order? Yes, the order. And the order is the one that is currently selected in the drop-down. So we can refer to the item itself. So self.selected.value. Whenever this value from this drop-down changes, it will then update the value in the collection call orders. And you can see that if I move this up here, and this one a little bit further up as well, we don't really need this one, but this one is right now reflecting the value that is saved in the collection. This value we can go ahead and change now. So let's change it to pasta. And you can see that this value over here that is saved in the collection has been changed to pasta. And we can verify this by going to the collection status source and then just check, okay, the first order has been set to pasta. Change it back to maybe pizza. And you can see it has been changed to pizza. Okay. So we can now get rid of this one. And all we need to do is we would need to change the default value that is currently selected to the right one. And we do that by going to the drop-down default property. Instead of saying 1, we say this item order. And you can see it's pizza and salad. Let's change this to hamburger and this one to pasta and see if it's reflecting our collection. Hamburger and pasta. Good. So that's all regarding collections. There is some things to consider when you're using collections. And that is, of course, you know that you use collections whenever you have.
As I indicated, many people are facing the challenges in this case sensitive.
But also,
so I recommend what you do is make this department name.
And that is just
I go before this department name.
All the
and I make this as upper
being saved in a collection
UPPER
are being saved
upper
locally
open
onto
bracket
the
department name.
And the more you have, the slower
upper
it gets,
of department open
gets.
bracket close bracket.
Then another
so
thing
that
is that
whatever the data available in the source, it will turn into uppercase. And this also.
There is, of course,
This
workarounds
also
how you can get more than
open
2000
bracket,
values in one collection.
the text,
but it's kind of limited due to the delegation issue that we talked about in one of the earlier videos.
Text input.
Whenever you have more than 2000
text
items,
input
you will need to start with a workaround.
This also I am putting it in a upper.
You have more than 2000.
Both should be turned into an upper. Upper of department is equal to the upper of the text box. Even though the user is typing in small letter, uppercase, capital letter, small letters, this will be considered.
Module. The next video is
so let us check. I'll go here and I run the form. When I go here and I click here, I'm not putting it in a capital letter. I'm typing it in a smaller letter. It's working.
To make sure
even if I put it in capital letter also,
100%, I've prepared a little exercise for you. Yep, we built
both you have to turn it in uppercase. Both should be in uppercase.
Check I want you to utilize what we've learned so far and create a navigation menu that helps us to navigate through our screens. I don't
upper
want you to
open bracket department name is equal to upper open bracket text box.
And whenever I want to change navigation, for example,
a few people are facing some challenges in this.
I want to do that only on one place and only once. Also, if you're up for it, then the active screen needs to be highlighted in the navigation menu as well, so that we know where exactly we are and which screen we are. If you're up for the try to really do this. It's not easy, and the more you think about a possible solution, the more you learn, because you will dive into
what I
your
did,
own
I
thoughts.
forgot. What I did, I forgot. I want to give some comment for this coding.
And
just to put a backslash,
if you're up for a challenge, go ahead and do that. Pause the video now. And
give your own comments here, your own comments. For example, what we did, what is the coding we did. I forgot what is the formula. When I open this file 1 month, 2 months or 10 months later, I may forget what I did it here. So let me give some text here, filtered.
I want to utilize the collections.
All the records.
Meaning what we're doing is we're going to use a button.
A department, some meaningful name.
The collection. So here collect.
And close this. Navigation. /.
And then in this collection,
this will be considered as a comment. It will consider this as a comment. So it will ignore it. It will not consider this as a text. It will be this above whatever the formula you have given. That will be a formula. Whatever you are giving with the slash and star and ending with star and slash. First slash star, then star slash. It will be treated as a comment. It will be treated as a comment. So I want to give some comment about the formula. So just I can give some comment like this. Slash star and go to the last star slash. It will be treated as a comment.
The same thing.
And we have one more function also available. One more function that is equivalent to this filter. For example, for a time being, I am making this filter as a comment for a time being. Later I can enable this. I am making this as a comment. So I made this filter, entire filter as a comment. Then I'm going to, there is one more function available. The function name is search.
So that it's
there is another function called a search.
And also this one, collection.
Open bracket. Here the advantage is search. What is the source? Once again, the source is your table name. The table name is register. That's my table name. Comma. Now select the text box first. Text box first. Select the text box first. So what's the text box? The text box is text box text input. Text input dot text. That's first. First you have to select the text box, which is text input, comma, and you can add your columns. Here the advantage is user can search it by anything. They can search by category, they can search by department, they can search by description also, not by date. Date you cannot use it, numbers also you cannot use it. So let me select this category, comma. Next, they want to search it by department, comma. They want to search it by description. So they can search any 3 columns.
Double click on our collection, we can see we have
earlier what we did is we can search it only by a particular field called as department. Now we can give an option, they can search it by category wise, they can search it by department wise, they can search it by description wise also.
We do that.
So anything they can search, any field they can search it like this, any field. The bracket close. Alt enter to accept it,
image here. We get an error,
and I collapse this and I go to the
so we just drag and drop
and I run the form here. Now I think you can go here, you can search anything. It's not required you have to search it based on the department. You can search it based on the category wise also. AS is my category. So wherever the category is AS.
Actually this one we can get rid of because we would like
that
to
will get filtered here.
So we click in it in the first
wherever suppose I want to search it by department. Department is quality.
And then click on insert.
You can search it by department. First 3 letters, 4 letters.
Now we have 4 buttons.
So you can search it by anything here.
Of this custom gallery sample in the items. So what we want
is I think search helps much better compared to filter. If you want to filter only by a particular column, then we can go for this
5
filter. Otherwise, I recommend it's better to go with the search function.
We will
search
to
open bracket. Once again, the table name, comma. First, you have to select the input table.
Because as
input,
you remember,
here I think starts with, ends with, everything will work here. And by default, it will show you the entire table also.
Like to show
search the table name, comma. The text box name, comma, what are all the columns you want to search it? In which are all the columns you want to search it? I want to search it in category column, I want to search it in description column, I want to search it in department column. All the 3 columns you can search it.
Include the names.
This doesn't search it in a particular column, it searches it in all the columns. You decide.
Let's click on
if you want to search it only based on a particular thing, then you can go for the filter. If you want to search it based on any columns, any 3 or 4 columns, then you can go for
heading.
Search.
And so that's why I'm setting the padding to maybe something like
see whether 50. The column names are correct and the commas, everything is right.
All right. And then, okay. Something like this.
You have to put a dash and asterisk before the filter.
Maybe a little bit higher, like so. A little bit higher.
Open
yes. So, okay. Let's drag and drop this to the right place. Good. Now, something that I didn't teach you before, it's not necessary, but it's quite nice to know, is that in a gallery, you can utilize the whole height and width of one element. And we can do that by using, since we are here, one level below the gallery, we can say parent template width is the width of the button. It will take the whole width, and if you go to the gallery, you can see that the width currently is set to 146. Now, even if you click on the button, you can see these dotted lines here. These are indicating the outer line of, or the template size, so to say. So you can see that we are utilizing the whole space. We could do the same now as well, like to, for the height. Template height. All right, so this is exactly what we want. Now, the only thing missing from our button is the onSelect functionality. Before we do that, let's rename our button to nav and the navigation, the gallery to nav exercise. We're on the exercise screen. Okay, now let's edit the button, change it to select property to, you know what? we can, of course, replace this one, but what we also can do is just simply use the onSelect property on the gallery itself. Remember, if I click on the button, it will select the parent of that button. Right now, the parent is the gallery itself, so that's why this one would be executed. But in the end, it's the same effect. It doesn't really matter that much. Right? So now what we need to do is we just need to say navigate, and then the screen name. The screen name is none of those. It's this item dot screen, and close it. Now we have a fully functional navigation. And whenever we'd like to add a new item to or a new screen to that navigation, we just need to do it all over this navigation collection here. And so the only thing to do or left to do is we need to take this one, perhaps make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, maybe like so, or maybe like 60. And let's copy this one, go into each screen, remove the ones that are currently there, and then paste it. Okay. Done. Okay. Then done. Custom form screen. Well,
first, what you have to do is
then we just have to
ask him to. I will save the file. Ask him to go here.
So if we go over here now,
download a copy.
Just click on say custom form. Get to the custom form.
You have to go to the arrow mark and here say download a copy.
Click on collections. Get to
so it will download. The file is ready.
And so on. So it's working. It's not pretty, but it's
on
working.
This after the save.
And that's
after
exactly
the save, there is an option called as arrow mark. Download a copy.
The last thing, the very last thing,
it will get downloaded. .amc something you will get something as active. Downloaded.
And we're going to do that.
After downloading,
utilizing
you have to send that file to him.
So we can
don't open the file, sir. Don't open. Go to that folder where it has downloaded.
Empty. Nothing.
Go to the folder where it has downloaded and ask him to send the file to him. Ask him to download.
Click Alt and then hover over
after downloading
and you still see them
in his system.
Here. That's just because
what he has to do is
has been set to
go to the main screen. What he has to do
something and also
to download the file and send the file to him. What he has to do is open Power App.
So
go to Import App.
Rename this one.
Under Import App from File.
And now
this is the file which he would have sent.
That is just because on all the other screens, I go to, for example,
then it has a mail.
Form screen. We have the screen background. So one. Copy it over to action variable screen. We have it. Copy it over to the exercise screen.
Then it has a mail.
Make sure that the gallery is on top of it.
So you have to send the file to others.
So now you can see it's there.
Download the file.
And even if you hover over it, nothing will show. But now, you click on that button again, you want to say, okay, whenever you are active, then show another color. No need to change the background color. So let's just change the color. And I know before I said we're going to utilize the isActive function, but we're not going to do that. There is a simpler way. I just realized. And so the simpler way would be just say if app.active screen equals this item dot screen, then you are active, right? So then we are changing the color to something. Let's see. What color are we going to choose? Say maybe fits well on green. Yeah, maybe let's do gray. Something like this. Okay. So let's just pick this one that we just created. Okay, let's go back to our error that we just generated and replace this RGBA color over here. Actually, let's not replace it, but let's just put this one in front of it, make a comma, and then close the if statement. That just means that whenever the active screen that we're currently on is equal to the one in the gallery, to this item, then we're going to use a gray color, and if not, we're going to use a white color. So you can see that the exercise here is slightly grayer than the other text. You cannot really see it, so let's just change this. Maybe let's make it a little bit more dark. Maybe something like this. Back to the button, replace this RGBA color over here to something like this. Okay, so now you can see that the exercise is slightly darker. Perhaps you could even make it more dark if you'd like to. Good, but this one we don't need anymore. We just needed it for the color. So this one is it. And now if I would change to another screen, of course, it wouldn't work yet. And that's just of my mistake. I copied and pasted the whole gallery before I adjusted all those things. But so let's just do it again. And you can already see that the collections menu here is currently a little bit grayer, so that's fine.
Normally, how do you download the file? It's not the Power Apps file. Any file, how do you download it normally? Put it in some location.
All in. All right. If you go back to the play mode, right now, form is selected, so that's why it's a little bit darker. I go to custom form is darker, variables, and exercise. So that's it. And in the next video, we're going to create our first real life project, that is an expense tracker. So stay tuned and see you in a minute.
Use all the features. Text and date is in a different. Text and date is not a different. So I have to tell you how to get the custom form also. We have to see how to get the custom form. These are all the form which we have created. Even you can create your own customized form, and you have to create a navigation form also. Let me give a small tip about the navigation form, then we'll take a break and then we'll see the custom form also. Okay, let me insert a new screen. I'm not going to do more decorative work here because it may take some time. So let me insert a new screen. So I come back to this app and I go to this new screen and I'll go to the new screen and I'll insert a blank new screen. I'm inserting a blank new screen. Sir, just for a small tip, if you have added some screen like this, these are all called as canvas. So if you insert any text box inside it, it will say it as text box dot canvas. Maybe that you would have did unknowingly. அதனால தான் உங்களுக்கு அந்த டெக்ஸ்ட் பாக்ஸ்னு டெக்ஸ்ட் இன்புட்னு வராமல் டெக்ஸ்ட் இன்புட் கேன்வாஸ்னு வரும். That's the reason. So I go with the blank screen here. So go to new and I click on blank screen. And this, I don't want anything here. I want to make this as a navigator. This is my main screen. Whenever I publish it, this should be my main screen. You have to publish it from here. This should be the main screen. And when I click on some button, it has to go to the screen entry and it has to go to this edit screen. Okay, so let me hit a button. Other things you do it, heading, title, logo, background, that all you explore it. Because I don't want to take more time on that. Go to insert. Under insert, let me put a button here. So I'll put a button, or you can insert anything. You can put a text box or anything here. Even you can insert a shape also, the back arrow. There are some shapes available. You can even insert a shape also. So let me go with the button here. I'll go with the button. I inserted a button here. So when I click on this button here, and I will type something inside a button, and this button is used to go to the add screen. So when I click this, it should go to the add screen here. So I've inserted a button. If I click on the button, it should go to the add screen. Same like, I'll add one more button here, or you can copy and paste it also. Let me add one more button here. Insert button. I'll add another button here. And this button, when I click on this button, or you can place it wherever your wish. As I told, decorating, other things you will do it later. And this button is for edit screen. This has to go to the edit screen. So when I click on the add button, it should go to that add button screen. When I click on the edit button, it should go to that edit button screen. Okay. So let us select this button here, and you can see on the top there is an option called as on select. You should have on select. You should have on select. If there is not on select, make it as on select and remove this. And you can use a word called as navigate. Navigate. Where you want to navigate it? I want to navigate to this screen. This screen. Maybe SCR entry screen. SCR entry screen. We have to navigate to that SCR entry screen. So navigate, open bracket, where you want to navigate, you have to navigate to the SCR entry screen. Close the bracket. Very simple. Let me try this. Then I can do this for this part also, and select this. I run the form again. I'm running the form. Yes, when I click on this add screen, it goes to that add screen here. It goes to that add screen. Yes, I will do that for the second button. We had a home screen for all the other. Back screen or home screen, you can add it. So let me do this again. I'll go to the screen. As he has told, this will be my main screen here. You can give a name. I added two buttons. First button is for add screen. Second button is for editing the screen. So select that button. Select the button. Select the button and go to this on select. It should be on select. Under the on select, there is a false part here. Instead of this false, remove this. Instead of the false, delete it. And use the word called as navigate. Navigate, open bracket, which screen you want to navigate. Now I want to navigate to the screen called as screen edit, SCR edit screen. So when I click this, it has to be navigated to the SCR screen edit screen. Close bracket. So navigate, open bracket, what is the screen name? So that's the reason I have given some meaningful name for the screen. So this is my entry screen where I want to add the data. This is my edit screen where we are going to edit the data. And this screen, I have added two buttons, button 2 and button 3. So when I click on the first button, it should go to the screen. When I click on the second one, it should go to that screen. Okay, let me try this, whether it's working. Then as he has told, now let us run this and I check. I'll go to this run button. Edit. It goes to my edit screen here. So while publishing, where we have to publish it is, you have to place the cursor on the screen and then you have to publish it. Similarly, you try this, just add one more button on this. This registry entry form, you can put a button here. So go back button or go back or home screen. So when I click this, it should go back to my screen 1. Same like you have to put another button here, which should come back to the screen 1. That we can try. And we'll see how to create a manual form and how to patch it also. We'll see some small tips since the time is very shorter. So we have seen two things which are not a very big coding, less coding. We didn't write a very big coding. In olden days, for everything, for editing, for adding, we have to write a very big line of codings. Here that's not required. The coding is simple here. But as I told, you have to practice. After the training session, at least you have to create 2 or 3 apps minimum. Then only you can understand this. Tomorrow, what are we going to do is, when I click on this submit or when I click on this add button or anything, when I click on the submit, we should not submit the screen. You can even submit it. It should submit the button. It should save the file. Then I have to do some activity. For example, if a production department, they have given some description, they have given some complaints. If the department is production, a mail should be sent to the production department. Or a Teams link should be sent to our Teams, some chat should be sent to this production department. Or a file to be shared automatically. So based on this click, we are going to click this button to a Power Automate. That's we are going to see tomorrow only. So when I click on the button, how to link the Power Automate also. That part we will see tomorrow. About creating the custom screen, probably we'll see it in another few minutes. As of now, please do save the file. We have very less time, maximum of 1 hour. So try to come, we'll have a very short break. Try to come as soon as possible because we lost so much of timing. We'll try to recap everything. So we'll go for a short break. I am pausing the screen. I am not stopping it. I am pausing the screen. Yes. In Power BI, you are creating a report and you are publishing a report. You are not publishing a dashboard. For example, let me open some Power BI. Why I am saying this topic is I want to bring the Power BI report to Power App. And how to create manual forms also. We'll see a small tips. So let us open a Power BI. I am opening some Power BI report, or you can open the Power BI report which you have already published. So let me do that instead of opening a desktop. So I'll go to this web browser. You know how to open Power BI, app.powerbi.com. app.powerbi.com. So let me open that app.powerbi.com. Yes, I'm opening this. Some reports, open some reports, whichever the reports you have, you can open any report here. Okay, so I'll open some reports. So last week only we have published some reports. I'll go to the workspaces. I think we had a workspace last week. We have created this workspace. I'll go to some workspace, or you can open any report, any workspace. There are some reports available. 3 or 4 reports are available here. So let me open any one of the report. So I'm opening any one of the report. You can open any report in Power BI, which you have already published. Similar to this, I think similar to your Power App, we have created the screen, which we did it in Power App just now, just before the tea break. This is a screen which I have created, or we have created during our training. So we can create a navigator screen like this. If I click on home, it will go to the home tab and it will show you all the reports available in the, and you can come back to click on the back button. You can come back to your main screen here. So like this is a report which we have created in the last few days before we have created it. Now, for an example, I'll go to some report. This, maybe this gauge, the gauge which I have created. This gauge, I want to bring it to my Power App. So select this gauge. Select the gauge, and I published this report in a workspace called as Daimler trial training. In this workspace, I have published this report. I am going to this report, and this report, for example, this gauge, I want to bring this gauge. This gauge, assume that this gauge has been created based on our data, which we have created. Assume that we have created this data, and the data was stored in Excel. Based on the data, I have created some report here. Assume that I have created this report. This report, I want to show it in Power App. So go to this report. On the report, there is a button available here called as Pin Visual. There is something called as Pin Visual. So just click on Visual. So when I click on that Pin Visual, it's asking pin to which dashboard? My existing dashboard or new dashboard. I don't know whether you have some existing dashboard. If you have it, you can use it. If you don't have the existing dashboard, you can create a new dashboard. Click on new dashboard and let me give a name. This dashboard, I'm going to put it for my Power App. So this dashboard, specifically I'm creating this dashboard for a Power App. So let me give some name for this. So just click on pin. After clicking on pin, and it's asking which dashboard you have to pin it, existing or a new. I selected new, and the dashboard name is Power App Dashboard. Pin it. It's pinned. If you want to see it now, we can see it, or we can see it later also. You can go to the dashboard and you can see the report now, or you can see it later. And one more advantage of pinning this is you can bring the dashboard literally from any reports. It's not required you have to bring the dashboard on a particular report. You can bring the dashboard from any report. Any report you can create a dashboard. So let me bring one more, maybe I will create one more visual and I will bring that visual into this dashboard. Let me use another visual. Pin it, pin, there is a button called as pin. That visual would have been pinned to a dashboard. That dashboard will try to bring it to Power App next. I am adding one more report also. Any visual, when you go to any visual, on the top you can see there will be a button called as pin visual. No, it's not in desktop mode. You have to go to the published report. Don't open desktop mode. Assume that we have converted. Alright. You can take multiple visual. I am taking another visual also. That's what we'll see. This is adding. I'm adding multiple visual and creating that. That dashboard will bring it there. Entire dashboard means pages of dashboard. You cannot do it there. Whatever the visuals you want, you can put it in the dashboard. Because there we don't have an interaction, we cannot make a link, we don't, suppose if I click on this 2023, it will not filter for 2023. That interaction will not happen in Power App. That will be there. That will be there. So whatever, suppose I want this 4 visuals, pin this 4 visuals. That's the only way. Okay, now I'm going to pin one more visual, maybe this waterfall. I'm selecting this waterfall and I click on pin this visual. So I click on the pin. So let me pin it in the same visual. Let me pin it in the same dashboard, Power App Dashboard. Just for my understanding, I'm giving the name as Power App Dashboard. You can give any name as per your wish. So let us pin it. So now what would have happened is it would have created a dashboard. Where is the dashboard? Can I see the dashboard in Power BI itself? Of course, we can see it. So go to the workspace. So I have pinned 2 reports. As of now, I have pinned 2 reports. One report is the gauge. Second report is this waterfall. 2 reports I have pinned in my dashboard. So go to that workspace. Go to the workspace. The workspace I have pinned is this Daimler trial training. There you can see there is a workspace. There is a dashboard available here. This is a dashboard. Just now I have created it. So based on 2-3 reports from various reports, 2-3 visuals from various report, I have created this dashboard, Power App Dashboard. I want to see it. Just click on this Power App Dashboard. You can see the 2 reports which we have pinned. The 2 reports which you have pinned, it's available here. This is the 2 report. I have pinned it into the dashboard. These 2 reports are visible here. This report I want to present it in Power App. This report we have to present it in Power App. So you cannot straight away get a report. You can pin it to a dashboard. That dashboard you can get it in Power App. Straight away you cannot create a report in Power App. So straight away you cannot get any report because 10 pages, 20 pages of reports are available. You cannot get all the 10 pages, 20 pages. Whichever the visual you want, pin it and we can bring it here. So let us see how to bring it to Power App. So let me go to Power App now. I'll go to Power App. Let me insert a fresh new screen. So because I don't want to disturb this. Let us open a new screen. I'll go to the new screen and I'll open the blank new screen. So I'm opening a blank new screen. This new screen, I want to bring the two visuals here. The visuals which I have created in my Power BI, which I have pinned it in Power BI, that I want that visual to be displayed here. Very simple. You have to go to Insert button, inserted a screen. We have inserted a screen. Go to Insert. Under Insert, Chart. There will be an option called as Chart. Don't go to the shapes or anything. You can go to the charts. There is column chart, line chart, pie chart, but for that you need exact data to create it. But let us go to the Power BI tile. Power BI tile. So click on this Power BI tile. So when I click on the Power BI tile, on the right hand side, it's asking which is the workspace. Where is the workspace? Just now I opened the workspace. Click here. My workspace name is Daimler Trial Training. That's my workspace name. And what is the dashboard? I think I have created two dashboard. My dashboard, Power App dashboard. Just now we have created the Power App dashboard. Select it. So which workspace, which dashboard, and which is the report. I have pinned two reports. One is the target and margin and the gauge. Second one is the waterfall. Which report you want to bring it here? So I will bring this report. The first report. Tile. So I will selected the correct workspace. I will pinned it. It should come. It's loading it. It will come here. We cannot have it. It's not interactive like this.
The complete page we cannot shift.
But yeah. You can write it from not able to publish it in the same dashboard. No, you can select some other workspace also here. You can see the list of workspaces. That should be in the based on one workspace. Do not create other workspace. You have a rights for one workspace, you will have a rights for another workspace. How can you get the report from this? What is the name of the workspace? What is your dashboard? Power App dashboard. Okay. My workspace is a common workspace. Don't publish it on my workspace. You have to publish it in some other your company workspace. Some workspace other than my workspace. Click and select which report you want. One by one, you are saying that. Workspace. Report. 1 minute. I will come. Just 1 minute. I will add one more tile and I will check. This is the report which I have added it here. I place the cursor on some empty area again. Go to insert. I am redoing it again. Go to the charts, or you can select it in the search box also. Power BI. Power BI tile. And once again the Power BI tile will be inserted. I place it somewhere else here on the right side. Which workspace? Don't select the my workspace. My workspace you cannot pin it here. So select with the workspace which I have published it. Daimler trial training. And which is my dashboard. Power App dashboard. And already I have pinned this total revenue and target revenue. Now I want to pin that profit margin. That's a waterfall. Which one? You can see the on the dashboard. First go to don't go to my workspace. Not my workspace. Don't workspace. Workspace. Kerala marketing sales. Go to any workspace.
This is one I created.
No, don't create it into my workspace. My workspace is not. These are all your company workspaces. Open any one of that workspace. It's Kerala marketing sales. There will be some reports. I don't know whether you have the reports.
Yeah.
So then go to this. Go to the pin.
From here I can take the file and save it to this.
Sir, where is your source code? You have to open it and publish it. You cannot do here. He has a workspace, I has a workspace. You cannot send the file to my workspace. We are publishing. This is my. Here, instead of publishing my workspace, you have to publish it into the workspace. My workspace is the workspace. Adding in other things. It's just for a training purpose. No, don't do it in my workspace. My workspace is not your workspace, sir. It's Microsoft workspace. It's a published report. It's already a published report.
So here, create option is the right one. Can create
Automatically, create means it's a dashboard creation.
the public
Publish site. Publish site. It's a public now. Publish site. Some system is taking some time due to workspaces. Okay. Sorry. We'll see whether we can create a manual form and we'll create a for it small form and we'll create a patch if possible. Time permits, we'll do that. Now, if I run the form or if I run the application, so suppose I want to see the details of this. The report is displayed okay, but they want to see the details. I want to see the full report. It's very simple. Just to make a click here. It goes to that workspace, it goes to that online, and it goes to the Power BI workspace. If you are connected with same workspace, you can see the report itself here. The report will be opened straight away here. So if you want to see the report, first we have to run this, and then you can see the full report is available here. This is my full report, which is from, it's like a link, like a hyperlink. This report, they want to see the details. Suppose they want to see the full screen or the detail of this full page. So then click this. Product disabled, make it as disabled. That's the only way to do it. That's the source page, where this source page is. No. This, whom do you are sharing? This report is fortunately available in my dashboard, in my workspace. I am able to see it. User should have the access to this dashboard, to this workspace. Then only you can access. Otherwise, you cannot access it. Correct. It will not go there itself. Or we have something called as RLS, row level security. Row level security. Suppose if the person is logged in through, suppose someone is in German, they are logged in through a German ID. So this report is only for India. When I click this, it will go to the same report you are shared with him. So if I click this, it will show only the German-based report. So there is something called as RLS, row level security. That we will cover it in the second level of Power BI training. Okay, right. So I don't know whether we can create a new form. I want to create a new manual form here and how to patch it. That's a process still pending. Probably we'll see that tomorrow. I don't know. The time will not permit us because we want to add a new form. That new form has to be patched like this. Patch means saving, like submitting. Here we are submitting the form. Whatever the things you have to patch, it means each and every record I have to save it on my source data. Here we are using submit, there we have to use something called as patch. So probably that patch we will try to explore it tomorrow morning. So a few things I want to explore before the end of the session is this report I want to share it to others. I saved this report. You cannot just go to share and share it. So instead of sharing it, first we should have published like a Power BI. After publishing, after go to online. So Power BI, what will happen is when you open Power BI, publish it, it comes to your online screen here, online app here, workspace here. From here, you can share it to others, correct? So when I publish a report from Power BI, this report is published from Power BI. This report I can share it to others. Go to File, and there is an option called as Embed a Report. You can share it to a website, you can share it to online. So this is how we will share our reports in Power BI. So similarly, we have to publish our report first. On the right hand side, the last button available called as Publish. So when you click on Publish, it's ready for publishing. And what's the name of this app? You can even rename it. You can give a rename for this app. And what is a description for this app? What is the description? If you want to edit it, you can go to Edit Details and you can edit it. What is the name of this app? So let us say this is my first app. And what is the description for this app? First app is already there. First application. So I given full name. And what is the description for this app? Let us say any description, training. What's this icon? So which icon you want? You can see there is a drop down various types of icons, or you can add your company logo also here. So this logo will appear on the left hand side of the tab. So you can add some icons. So I have added this library icon. Then I'll go to publish again because I edited it and I closed it. Now I'm going to publish it. So edit details, I edited, I changed the name, I changed the description, I changed this icon. Now I publish this. Yes, I think it's getting published. After this report is published, now you can share it. Until this, you cannot share it. You cannot share it. Now the same on the tab. First we have published this app. Sorry, before publishing it, I should have did one thing. I made a small mistake here. What is the mistake I made it here is before publishing, I should have placed the cursor on this area. Because this should be, when I publish it, this should be my first screen. They should not open the app from the entry. They should not open it. They have to go to the entry by clicking here. Click on this button, it should go here. Click on this button, it should go here. Similarly, Power BI report, I want to create a button. If I click this, it should go to that Power BI app. So you should have placed the cursor here, which I forgot. So let me place the cursor on the screen. This is my main screen here. This is my main menu or my home screen. So from the screen, you publish it. From the screen, you publish it. Yes, I'm publishing it. I think it's published now. Now let us click on this share button. There is a share app available here. First we have published it. After publishing it, there is a button called a share. You can click on this and you can add the people to this. So you can add your, other than your company name, email ID, you cannot add the other people. You cannot add the external people here. External people cannot be added here. So you cannot add some external people here. Huh? Attendance. Someone has marked attendance twice. No. Only 26 people are here, but 28 has been marked as attendance. Your neighbor. Okay. And he will come back.
Then 28. This side, anyone left? Then 29. Is that she would come tomorrow? She didn't, I think so, she didn't give the attendance or something. I have only 28 entries.
Just to say her HR ID or name, she will check.
You can ping me in Teams. So once I know the attendance only, I will remove other people from the group. So that is why.
Okay. Tell your HR. Somewhat.
28th attendance இருக்கு.
Same problem our election team is also facing. People are lesser, but the voting is more. Okay, sorry. Now you can add only your company app contains the data may require additional permission for the user to play this app. So you can type only your company names here. Other than the company name, you cannot share it. You can go to manage access. How do you want to share this? You can see on this arrow mark, there will be an option. While sharing, there is an option. If I click on this arrow mark right hand side, whether they are going to be a user. User means they can only use this app. Or you can make them as a co-owner. They can use, they can edit, even they can also share this app, but they cannot delete it. They cannot delete, they cannot change the owner. They can only a co-owner. Editing and sharing is possible. So how do you want to make them? Whether you want to make them as a user or you want to make them as a co-owner. So either you can add the name and you can send a mail. That's one part. Another one, if you don't like this, I want to send a mail through an Outlook. I want to send a link. So then you can go here. There is an option called as copy a link. Copy link to play. This is just a link. And this is like a co-owner. This is like a co-owner. First one is just a user. Second one is a co-owner. So suppose I go here and I copy the link to play. A link is copied and you can open Microsoft Outlook and you can send it to anyone in your team, in Daimler team. If you cannot send it to other people who is not part of Daimler ID. So Daimler.com, other than the Daimler.com, you cannot share this file. Just open the link and you can send the link to them. So a new mail and you can paste that link. Yes. So just to paste this link. So this is the link which you can share it to others. So if they open this link, it will be opened on the system. So you can share this link. Or you can add the people here and the link will be automatically sent. You can add the people here. So before that, you should have published this report. Without publishing it, you cannot share it. Decide how do you want to share it, whether you want to share it as a user or you want to share it as a co-owner, or you can decide here also. Copy while sending a link, whether they are a user or they are a co-owner. This first one is a user, second one is a co-owner. But the challenge is they should have the same data source linked. The same data source, they should have access for the data source also. Then only they can be a co-owner. Because the same Excel sheet may not be available. Fortunately, SharePoint, which we cannot do. SharePoint we'll try tomorrow. Share it to someone else within your team and try. Same app you can develop it in mobile app also. While selecting the layout, while selecting the screen or while selecting the app, you can select it as per this. You can see there are various layout both for mobile as well as the desktop layouts. Go to settings. So I'll go to this three dot and I'll go to the settings. Under settings, I don't want this as a landscape. I want this like a portrait. I want to see it in a mobile or some other Android app or something. You can make it as a portrait also. You can change your app. So go to the three dot and go to the settings, or you can click on the settings on the left side, display. Or one more option, the better option is, I'll save it and I close this app. I saved this and I come back. I'm coming out of this app. While creating an app, you can see there is an option called as start with the page design or start with the blank canvas. When I click on blank canvas, you have three options here. One is whether you want to see it in a mobile or a tab screen, or you want to see a phone screen. But you have one more option called as responsive. What is the responsive? It's based on the where they are opening this app. If they are opening this app in desktop, it turns into a desktop layout. If they are opening in a tablet, it will turn into a tablet layout. If they open it in a mobile, it turns into a mobile layout automatically. So you can change the responsive based on the screen which they are opening. Your layout will change accordingly. This you can try. So before creating the app, I'll go to the create. Under create, I selected the start with the blank canvas, and you can select this one. First one is a tab screen. Second one is a tab screen. Third one is your mobile screen. First one is a responsive screen. So based on the app which they are opening, based on where they are opening. If they are opening in a desktop, it turns into a desktop layout. If they are opening in a mobile, it turns into a mobile layout. So based on where they are opening the app, your response will change accordingly. I don't know, most of the website was designed like this. If you open the same website in a mobile, the layout will be different. Same website if you open in a desktop, the layout will be different. Same like. So you can create an app here as we did it in the morning. So as usual, we can add the data, we can add the screen. And we can create everything here. Anything.
Gallery is basically just
to list it, and based on the list we can create a form. So the gallery is to list out the values. Gallery also we didn't explore much. We didn't explore about the picture. We didn't explore about the inserting our own manual page and how to insert the other controls and try. I thought of completing this combo box, list box, radio buttons. There are so many controls.
Better to create from form rather than gallery.
No, form is for adding a data. Gallery can be used for edit when you want to edit a data. Based on what you want to edit it, you can put a gallery. So list of the values, based on the list of the values, editing. Edit form.
Create in form, and if you want anything editing, you want
Editing, then add a gallery.
create a gallery.
Gallery. Based on the gallery, edit the form. Because which I want to edit it, there will be a question mark. So based on that, gallery. So display the gallery and display it in the forms and do it. Still, if you have any challenges, any things, please park it. We'll try to explore it. I don't know whether, as I indicated in the morning itself, today it's a real challenge to cover the entire topic. Tomorrow we should start the Power Automate straight away. Power Automate has so many features. Once again, we have to start from the basics, Power Automate also. And we have to link the Power Automate with the Power App. That's another tool which we have to explore. So even though this program will be conducted for 2 or 3 days, you will not become an expert after the 3 days. Correct? After this training session, you have to explore, you have to practice. I hope you are all better than today morning. Correct? As I told you, you will not be an expert. You are better than...
How to say navigation bar.
Yes. Okay.
Try multiple navigation bars.
Okay, try this, practice it, come with more doubts, questions and queries. Tomorrow we'll start straight away with the Power Automate. If time permits at the evening, we'll explore the other feature of Power App also tomorrow. Okay. So I'm just closing this recording. I'm stopping the recording.